The music was still playing when my father leaned in and whispered it like a verdict. "You're a failure." "Always have been." He didn't look angry. That hurt more. Calm, certain, like he'd rehearsed it. My stepmother laughed. Not loud, surgical. "Pathetic," she said, eyes sliding over my suit like it offended her. The room smelled like roses and champagne. My brother, golden, polished, was twirling his bride, spotlighted, untouchable. I felt every eye pivot to me as my father pointed toward the exit, mid-reception, mid-song, mid-life. I walked out without arguing. That was the first move. We weren't always this. When I was 8, my dad used to wait up for me with a bowl of cereal after late shifts. When he remarried, I tried to earn my place. I learned early that praise was rationed and love had a hierarchy. My brother climbed it effortlessly. I slipped. Or maybe I was pushed. The signs had been there for years. Accounts I couldn't access anymore. Family decisions made without me. My name quietly removed from conversations. Then the message, an accidental forward from my stepmother to her sister, bragging about cleaning up the will and how I'd finally stopped dragging the family image down. I didn't confront them. I archived everything. That's when I stopped bleeding and started counting. I kept my voice steady. I asked questions that sounded stupid and listened like they didn't matter. I requested copies for my records. I noticed how my father signed without reading, how my stepmother moved money between accounts like furniture, how my brother's business was afloat on loans, guaranteed by a trust that still had my name on it. Quietly, inconveniently. I didn't react. I planned. That night, while the cake was being cut without me, I sat in my car and made 3 calls. One to a lawyer, one to the bank, one to my brother's biggest client, whose contract included a morality clause and whose funds were tied to that same trust. I sent documents, clean, time-stamped, legal. By the time the bouquet hit the floor, the trust was frozen pending review. By the time the last guest left, the bank had flagged irregular transfers. By dawn, my brother's phone was exploding and my father was learning what it feels like to read without understanding. The confrontation came the next afternoon. Not shouting, no tears, just the sound of control changing hands. My stepmother's smile cracked first. My father kept saying my name like it was a question he could still answer correctly. I didn't raise my voice. "I left when you asked," I said. I just didn't leave empty. Now, when I think back to the laughter, it doesn't echo. It fades. What remains is quieter, a steady relief, the kind that comes when you stop begging to be seen and start deciding what you'll allow. They called me a failure. I proved them wrong without saying another word.